Play a song for us, my sister. Shout it loud and clear and free. Let us join with you and all the gods that be as we sing as one, a voice of harmony. Bless the earth for us, our mother. Bless the earth for you and me. Bless the earth, bless the
Bent a big hand for that wonderful video, and our own Randy Tico was present and accounted for. Good morning. It's good to see you all. I'm Michael Avery, and I will be your platform host today. I'm sharing the platform with our dear friend, TJ Woodward. Yeah, it's always good to have TJ back, and he's such a sharp dresser. My goodness. Well, I couldn't be here last Sunday, as you probably know. I was celebrating the life of a dear friend who passed away, a college chum that we sang together. We were in a fraternity together, and we just had a really good time in college. But he was a music teacher and lived in Gresham, Oregon. And I just took some time to be with his family, and he had a standing room only memorial at his church, and it was just astounding to see all of that. And the thing that I realized and I appreciated when I was away was the oneness I felt, because I watched. I was here in spirit. And I really, really appreciated everything. The service, the town hall that followed. You people are amazing. You just come up with these brilliant thoughts and ideas, and your free sharing. It really gladdened my heart. And I just want to say that my unity to me means standing in my power, knowing the power of spirit. And my strength, my peace, my oneness with God is ever present. And the voice of Spirit is my guide and navigates me in this journey we call life. I want to know that you to know that you're in the right place at the right time right now. And as we begin, I ask that you join me in speaking and affirming this truth. There is only one presence, one power, active in the universe and in my life, God the good, omnipotent. Now, I also want to, come on up, musicians, let's go. We're working with a little bit of a modified flow this morning, and I just gave them the instructions just before we started. And I wanted to acknowledge the Unity singers and the beautiful voices that they share. And our band, Noreen Brokey, Randy Tico, and Renee Martinez. Now, if you'll stand and join as we sing, Weave. Now, while you're standing, I want to invite you to greet your fellow neighbors. Say hi. Give them a little love. Yes, yes, yes. You're all beautiful. Now, if you'll find your seats, we'll continue with the service. One last hug. Yeah, and today, TJ is going to be talking about living your radiant. What's the rest of it? Life. Oh, life. Yes, yes. And you're already started. You're radiating. And to begin radiating, I think the daily word kind of speaks to that. Today's word is surrender. Now, in line with surrendering, the spiritual surrender is my path to peace. It's natural to have ideas and preferences about how things should be and to work toward the results I want. But I can exhaust myself if I attempt to exert control. Control over my life circumstances, in fact, the more I try, the less control I feel, the less control I have. Releasing the illusion of control, I practice spiritual surrender so much more than giving up is surrendering my efforts and my hopes to the divine within me is an act of empowerment. An act of empowerment. It means living my faith that God is in and through all things. It means trusting that there are outcomes better than the ones I had even imagined. I surrender to God's peace and perfection within me. Give up trying to control outcomes and relax, welcoming serendipity and ease. Surrender is the way, my child. Give me your heart and let your eyes observe my ways, as it says in Proverbs 23 and 26. Now, let's welcome all in-person and online guests. We don't go through the list, but there's a long one, and it grows every week, both the states and countries that are tuning in. And as soon as we improve our system, our hardware, we'll have more about that, and that's something that was talked about a little bit at the town hall. We are planning an AV upgrade, and we're going to take it to the next level. But we do want to say hello to everyone out there. And we also want to have a special hello to a couple of our members that can't be present in person. Nancy Rose and Duncan. Wave. Say hi. We miss you. Now, we're always also happy to welcome our friends at Oak Cottage Memory Care. I knew it was there. I got it. And yes, but they're viewing, and I know that there are a few others out there, and we're going to do a little bit more to reach out to those populations as well, because I know that it can get a little lonely there at times. Now, are there any of you here for the very first time? All right. If you'll stand, we'll acknowledge you and bless you. Thank you for coming. And we happen to, Clifton is right behind you. He'll guide you to the welcome table. And we're glad that you're here. And you can sign up for a free mala beads and 25% at Wings Bookstore. And there's all kinds of goodies in Wings. So I'm sure you can find something that moves your heart. Our youth is not present in the sanctuary. We're going to have a Children's Sunday in the regular cycle of things, and I'm working with Susie on that. But they are present, and they're in the community room, and Susie's doing a wonderful job in keeping them just totally engaged and learning all of what Unity is about. And we're also home to Knox School. They're not in session right now, but they're very active here during the school year. And also our friends at Interact just had their summer camps, and they put on a big production. It was fun. I was watching it, their final show, and they do so much here and really appreciate having access to our facility. Now we want to affirm our community as we move forward. If you'll join me, please. May this space be a sanctuary of peace, where hearts are open and spirits soar. May we grow in love, rooted in purpose, and uplifted by hope. Bless the Unity of Santa Barbara, today, tomorrow, and always, in all ways. Namaste. Now, we do believe in the power of prayer, and we provide prayer support. There are prayer chaplains available. Would the prayer chaplains please stand? Well, thank you. And they'll be up here after the service. You can come and share in confidence with them, or if you prefer, you can drop your prayer request in the box in the atrium. And we will pray with you for 30 days, and then we'll send that to Silent Unity for another 30 days. Now, we also have our very own Shirley Campbell Chapel, and it's available. Say hi to Shirley. There she is. Thank you, Shirley. And now, as we prepare for meditation, Kathy McGuire is going to lead us. The lyrics will be on the screen.
I would invite you to soften your thoughts and open your heart as we prepare for meditation with this beautiful song, Every Thought is a Prayer. Every thought is a prayer, every prayer is a flower, let it bloom in the sunshine of your love. Every thought is a prayer,
Taking a couple of deep breaths here, soaking in the words to that song, and feeling the frequency of gratitude. Grateful to know that there is one presence and one power. And grateful to know that this essence is the very beingness of our life. And because we know that this essence, this beingness is the very anchor of our very being, we also know that this service today is blessed. Every song, every note, every word, every glance, infused in this frequency, this energy of gratitude. So as we move into some time of silence, we do so consciously knowing the ultimate truth of who and what we are. We are love, we are light, we are source energy. This is the very truth of our being. We anchor in that now as we take one full minute together in this silence. And we are so grateful to know that this power, this presence is the very being, the essential truth of who and what we are. And so as we move forward with this service, we do so with this awareness of ultimate reality, the truth of who and what we are, a spark of divinity. Can you feel that right now? Feel that in your very being, and imagine that now spreading out and filling up every particle of your being out into this room, out throughout Santa Barbara, out throughout the entire state, the entire country, the world and beyond. We are radiant beings. This is the truth of who and what we are. So grateful to know this greater reality beyond any appearances of anything different. So we move into this service now, continue this service now with this awareness, this beingness. So grateful to know. And I invite you to repeat after me, I am peace. I am love. I am joy. I am radiance itself. And I am grateful. And so it is. Thank you.
Every thought is a prayer. Every prayer is a flower. Let it bloom in the sunshine of God's love. Every thought is a prayer. Every prayer is a flower. Let it bloom in the sunshine of God's love.
Life isn't easy when you're outside looking in. It's hard to put your heart into a game you can't win. Hope for a hand up and ask yourself why. Knowing your best chance is long past you blind. Father of angels, is there one for me? Someone to show me my reason to be. Loneliness follows as you pace through the street. Stares from the hollows of every face that you meet. It's all the same story as you travel the earth. So many people who doubt their own worth. Some hearts grow bitter, some simply break. Sometimes I feel my heart's had all it can take. There's times I lose sight of why I'm trying, and still I'll give you the reason. I've had my fill of something so precious, it's given for free. The fortune of knowing how good life can be. 'Cause you are my angel, God sent you to me. You help me remember, you keep my soul free. You are the someone that I'm certain of. You show me my reason, the reason is love. Love is the flower of feeling, the shower of light from above. Our hearts in their wholeness are healing. We're here and the reason is love. Love is the flower of feeling, the shower of light from above. Our hearts in their wholeness are healing. We're here and the reason is love. Love.
Wow, let's give them some more love and gratitude, everyone. Thank you. That was incredible, incredible. Good morning, Unity of Santa Barbara. Let's try that again. Good morning, Unity of Santa Barbara. Good morning. How's that? Hey, first timers, how you doing? Great, look at that, enthusiasm, I love it. Coming in with enthusiasm. I am so grateful to be here, and you know what? I can actually summarize this talk in one sentence and then we can all leave. How's that? Life is energy. Thank you, everyone, it's been great. Life is energy, and that only took me about 20 years to understand what that actually meant. I want to speak to a couple of things that I've observed. One that was a hilarious moment that you may not have caught, and I don't even know if you caught it. You said our word today is surrender, and someone over here, I won't call you out, but I know who did it. Someone's pointing, oh, I hate that word. I love that at Unity we can be honest, right? We can be, oh gosh, surrender? And so I've been sitting with what surrender does and doesn't mean. So surrender, as we have been taught, is kind of giving up our will, letting go, losing. But what if the only surrender we actually ever need to make is to understand and surrender to the truth of who and what we are as an infinite being? That the truth of who and what we are is radiance, it is love, and it is light. And all I have to do is pretty much unlearn everything I've ever been taught that's counter to that knowing. And that might take us, or it can happen in an instant, or it can take a lifetime. Or it can happen in an instant, and then I can spend the next 20 years trying to figure out what the heck just happened. And so I'm going to actually ask you to raise your hand. How many of you have had a moment where you just know that you know that you know that love and light is who and what you are? How long did it last? Let's hear some answers. How long did that knowing last? 33 minutes. 2 weeks. Years. Okay, so how did it last for years? Tell us just.
So I got sober.
I got sober. Okay, that's. Did you hear the answer? I got sober. And so as a person who's been sober for a little bit now, I will actually tell you that I totally relate to that, because like anything else outside of me, whether it's drugs or alcohol or a relationship or looking good or getting the house or getting the degree or finding the perfect partner, that outer search can be really fun until the moment I realize, oh, it's not really bringing me that which I hope for. And if it's true that the deepest longing within every human being is love and connection, and I believe that to be true, then these outer searches are part of the journey, and then there can be that moment where I'm either ready to release that, or maybe in some of our journeys, it just gets too painful. So if I'm out of alignment with the truth of who and what I am, I'm looking to the world to bring me love. How's that going? Mixed results, right? That's why they call it the honeymoon phase. And you can have the honeymoon phase with alcohol, too. I had the honeymoon phase. I was very young. I'm just going to tell a little bit of that story. But I was 13 or 14 when I first had drugs and alcohol. And I remember the feeling that it gave me was the feeling of coming home. Because for a moment, it stripped away all the conditioning. Which is why psychedelics are so popular now, too. It strips away the conditioning so we can experience love. But I'm going to be really clear about this. I'm not saying let's all go out and drink so that we can, remove the conditioning and experience love, because it lasted for maybe a year or so that kept working. But then there was this longing for more and more and more and more. Some people call that addiction. Some people do. I feel broken or damaged or something's out of alignment here, and I'm going to find someone or something else to bring relief from that, to feel that love and connection, and it works temporarily. And then I try it again, and it works a little less, but still enough that I'm going to keep trying it again and again and again. Does anyone relate to this conversation? Oh, yeah. right? Whether it's drugs or alcohol. Someone did come up to me and say, I don't think Conscious Recovery, my book Conscious Recovery, I would relate to. True, but it's really not about drugs and alcohol, for the record. As a matter of fact, my editor said, I'm confused. You wrote a book about recovery, but you don't talk much about addiction. I'm like, that's true. Right? Because the addiction, whatever that is, if we call it an addiction or we call it an outer search, is really trying to manage something that feels out of alignment within. And when I remember and, yes, surrender to that truth, life changes in an instant. And I understand what I've been saying. We've been in a conversation, haven't we, for the last couple of years together when I've come in. And I've been talking about the shift that we're experiencing from the law of attraction to the law of radiance. And so this talk is a continuation of that, because if I feel out of alignment, in other words, if I believe what the world has taught me, because it's important to pause here, pause. What is the nature of reality? In Unity teachings, there is a distinction between relative reality and ultimate reality. So we're going to have a little infomercial right here about reality, and then we're going to come back to the talk. And the infomercial is what we have been saying or taught to believe is reality, what we can see and touch and taste, we use our senses. That is relative reality, meaning it's the conditions of the world that are ever changing. But ultimate reality is the truth of who and what we are. It is changeless. In other words, there is a place within us that is unharmed and unharmable, that is effervescent and is infinite. And if you look at a small child, because we have a beautiful small child here today, they're closer to remembering that. And they probably have really conscious parents over there, so they're not going to have as much programming as some of us did. But I'll tell you what no one was saying to me when I was a kid: you are whole and complete in every way. You're an infinite being. You are capable of love, and more love. You are perfect just the way you are. So the way I say it is, unless you had Mr. Rogers as your parent, your teacher, and your preacher, you might have received messages like this. Bad boy, bad girl, you shouldn't do that, right? Maybe love was pulled away based on our actions. And so ultimate reality, the infomercial is almost complete here. Ultimate reality is the intention to live from that ultimate reality. Okay, back to the talk. I don't know where I was anyway, so it's fine. But when we're talking about the law of radiance rather than the law of attraction, the reason it's important to start with that first principle, Unity's first principle, there's one presence and one power active in the world and in my life. God the good omnipotent. And for some of us, we don't like the G word, that's okay. Source, energy, effervescence, essential beingness, Buddha nature, Christ consciousness, whatever word we use, that's the ultimate truth of who and what we are. And everything else is an illusion, the illusion of the world, the programming we've received. Things like, I remember, we used to have money that was made of paper. Now I know we don't. It's just all electronic. But back in the day, money was made of paper. And my mom would say, money doesn't grow on trees. And I would say, it literally does. We literally cut down a tree and make it into money. So it's not true. Money literally grows on trees. So what else? We're going to have a little experiment here. And I know you all are, many of you, Unity students or Masters of Unity. So it might be hard to talk about this because some of us might be in the stage of our consciousness where we say we're only going to talk about positive because if we say anything negative, the universe might get us. Anyone there? No one's going to admit it. Has anyone ever been there? I call that the magical thinking stage of consciousness. Martyr stage of consciousness, the world happens to me. Magical thinking is I make things happen. That's where we use affirmations. And we use the law of attraction. And we say, if I hold certain frequency of thought, I will attract things into my life, right? So, a very fun stage indeed. I did that for about 10 to 20 years in Unity, and I'm telling you, it was fun. I did manifest a lot of stuff. I also lost it all, too, but maybe that's a different story that I could share, and maybe it'll come up right now. I'm going to invite you for just a moment, if you can remember some of the programs you received, whether it's from teachers, preachers, parents, siblings, that kept you feeling stuck or limited. Anyone willing to share any? Just shout them out.
Not good enough.
Not good enough. Crazy.
Are you stupid?
What's that?
Are you stupid?
Are you stupid? Just a question. Are you stupid? I don't know. Am I? Right? Is that what happened? Yeah. Oh, maybe I am. Oh, I wonder if they're right. Oh. Right? There's the energy. What else were some of the programs you heard? You're selfish.
Stop lying.
Stop lying. Because what happens if you're a liar?
Shut your mouth, boy.
Shut your mouth, boy, right? Boys don't cry. Some of us got that. Girls, you're supposed to just be pretty and nice, be pretty and sweet, right? Anyone received that message? Men don't have any emotions at all. Just be strong, be brave. You're the breadwinner. Wow. The programs we have received based on our socioeconomic status, our race, our gender, where we grew up, what schools we went to. The programming of the world in relative reality is filled with all kinds of messages that are counter to ultimate reality. And so when we have those moments, those spontaneous moments of insight, I know who I am. Whether it lasts 33 minutes or several years, we get to look at a different framework. And that framework isn't what do I need to attract so that I can be happy or be free, but how do I understand the very nature of the truth of who and what I am and radiate that into the world and see what happens. So I want you to imagine that we're on a boat right now on a river, and let's say the river's kind of just moving gently, and we're kind of in the flow. This is going to be about surrender, by the way. I'm just warning you if you want to prep yourself. Okay, so we're in the river, and everything's peaceful, and life is moving along just fine, and then the water starts to move around, right? So maybe we think our job is to steer the boat. So we go into what we talked about earlier, control. Right, I'm going to control this boat. I'm going to make this happen. Do you feel the energy? Going back to the one line that really is what I'm saying here is life is energy. I'm going to control this. I'm going to make it happen. And then maybe we have this moment of spontaneous insight and we say, I can let go. And then we just let go and the boat slams right into a rock. And then we might say, wait a minute, I was told I should surrender and let go and that the energy of the river will take me where it needs to go. That might be true, but there might be a greater reality. And that greater reality is my role is to hold the truth of who and what I am. And because I know who and what I am, I get to move beyond. Because I don't really love letting go, because I don't know about you, but there are things I just really like to have I'm not going to let go of this belief. How dare you ask me to surrender, right? But living beyond is to start to question all these ideas and beliefs that I have, because control is an outpicturing of believing there's something out of control internally. So if I can control or manipulate the world, I can feel safe and I can be loved or loved. And when I understand who and what I am, and the greatest paradox is I need nothing from the world, suddenly it seems like the world offers all kinds of beautiful things. So we're in this boat, the river is moving. What is my role? I get to steer the boat and allow the flow of life to do what it does. How is that different than I need to get a bigger motor so that I can go upstream? Anyone felt like you're swimming upstream sometimes? So if it's true that we come into the world as whole, complete, and infinite beings, knowing who and what we truly are, and then we get conditioned to believe all these different things about who and what we are, and we start to call that reality. And this is the key. When we start to believe what we can see and touch and taste, in other words, when we believe what's happening in the visible realm is reality, rather than what's happening in the invisible realm is actually reality, We move into a different way of being and a different way of seeing. I'm not here to get anything from the world. I'm not here to manifest anything. I'm here to know who and what I am and to question every point of view I've ever had, every program I've ever received, every idea that was given to me that kept me feeling small and in this energy, because this is the energy. When I was 7 years old, this is what happened. I can actually still feel it in my body. It isn't safe here. There must be something wrong with me. I'm going to withhold. Now, I don't know if a 7-year-old actually said, I'm going to withhold my love from the world. It was more a sense of, I can't do this. And so I spent the next probably 30 years working with unlearning that, questioning that. But at one point of my conscious evolution, I still believed fundamentally, not consciously, and this is what's important, not consciously. I would not have told you when I came to Unity in 1988 or 89, whenever I came in, that I was broken and I was trying to find some relief outside of myself. I didn't know that. I just felt like, oh, please love me. Someone please love me. Why do I keep choosing unavailable people? I talked with someone about that before the service. Why do I keep doing this over and over and over again? Why do I keep replicating the same situations? And how many of you have heard why is not a spiritual question? Because the why is like, oh, why? It's usually in this frequency of, why does this keep happening to me? What are the beliefs, ideas, and the energy that I'm holding that causes me to continually to choose, not attract, but choose these relationships over and over and over again? And what if I shifted from, I keep attracting the wrong people, to, I keep attracting the perfect people to show me what I believe about myself, to show me what I believe I'm worthy of, to show me the vibration that I'm vibrating at. We could do better than that. How about the frequency that I'm vibrating at? And that's that aura. We all know we have an energy field, right? And if you want to work with this, how many people have pets at home? Okay, so I'm going to invite you to do a little experiment when you get home. This will be only loving to the animal, by the way. You're going to just sit in a chair and on the couch, and you're just going to close off this and this, and you're just going to send them anxiety. Just feel really anxious in your body, but don't move. Just be still. Send anxiety, send anxiety. Watch what happens. Send love. Send joy. I like to think of it as a color. As a matter of fact, when my husband, this is a funny story actually, I think. When my husband and I were ready during early COVID to get a pet, we were one of those people. Let's get a pet. Here we are. And there was this dog. His name was Cowboy. His name is Cowboy. And we had him number 10 out of 10 on the list because it said, basically unadoptable and doesn't like men. Oh, by the way, we're 2 men. So how is this going to go? But we just thought, look how sweet that baby looks. And then we found out he's only 20 minutes away from us. So we call the woman who has the rescue, and the rescue is she and her husband had him in her little home in Menlo Park. It's when I lived in San Francisco. And she said, well, do you want to really drive so far? And I'm like, 20 minutes? And I'm like, yeah. We're looking at dogs in Kansas right now. So yeah, so we'll drive 20 minutes. She's like, he really doesn't like men. He usually bites men or runs away from them or goes in the corner and he's scared. I'm like, are you willing to just let us come try? All right. So we go in. I sat down. Cowboy was there with some siblings and different dogs, and all I did was just send him love, send him light. I just sat there. It probably took 40 minutes, and at one point he just came up and curled up in my lap. The couple could not believe it. They're like, what just happened? Life is energy. And if we don't understand the impact or the effect of that energy, it's a story like that that allows us to know what we're actually capable of. And so, you can try that experiment, and then you can ask yourself, because what we want to be careful of here, how many have ever heard the term metaphysical malpractice? What did I do to deserve this? What did I do to create this? Oh, this dog did not like me. I must be a bad person. Not what I'm saying. I want to be clear. But we have the ability to shift into a different frequency. When I was a little kid, I was fascinated by radios. Because I remember, I'm not old enough. We had TVs too, just for the record. But I'm not quite there. Although I do have a big birthday coming up in 9 days. I remember watching us tune the dial, and then a song would come out, and I was kind of fascinated by that. And then you'd tune it a little bit more, and then a different song would come out. And I remember thinking, where's the music? And so I think this is the perfect metaphor for life. Where am I tuning in? Nothing wrong with rock and roll or blues or R&B or rap or country music, but what is the song that you want to be a part of? What is the music of your life that you want to be in? And is it possible that it's like, oh, I've been tuned into the frequency of lack and limitation. I've got that song down. Let's try this one. Let's try this one. And so I'm going to go back to surrender, because if I believe on a fundamental level that there's something wrong here and that I need to fix it, that can be in the world, or there's something wrong here and I need someone or something to bring me relief, that's a very different paradigm than I know who and what I am. I came into this world as a spark of divinity. It is who and what I am. That is the starting point. Now I'm going to start to unlearn and question every idea I've ever had, not so that I can discover that, because guess what? We're all enlightened. Are you ready? Let's say this. I am enlightened. I am enlightened. How's that for everyone? Because I've heard New Thought ministers say, well, it's not like we're ever going to be enlightened. I'm like, wait a minute. It's literally the teaching. The teaching is we are all enlightened. However, I might have these different layers of things that prevent me from knowing it. Very different than one day, if I'm a good person, I will be enlightened. Very different. And so it is a twofold path. Not like the Buddhist path, but a twofold path of remembering who and what we are, and questioning and unlearning all the programming or the relative reality that prevents me from knowing that and feeling that. Can it be that simple? I say yes. So I want you, just for this moment, as we close out this talk, I want you to just take a moment and feel the frequency that you are. Just see what you notice. Now, can you tap into that frequency of infinite beingness? Can you feel that? We might call it gratitude or love or source or God or Buddha nature, like I said. Can you feel that? Now just imagine that energy spreading outward right now. See how it feels as it spreads out and fills up every particle of your body. What happens to your physical self when you start with that spirit? What happens to your thoughts? So I want you to repeat after me. I am radiance. I am love. I am joy. I am peace itself. I now go out into the world, being love, being peace, and being joy. And so it is. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you.
Give it up for TJ. As always, wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Thank you, TJ. That was beautiful. And now it's time to tune to the frequency of prosperity. So are you ready? Yes. As our founding father, Charles Fillmore, said, we shall serve for the joy of serving. Prosperity shall flow to us and through us in unending streams of plenty. We affirm this flow with our tithes and our offerings and give freely of our time, talent, and treasure as we know that we are Unity of Santa Barbara, our spiritual community, our spiritual home. There are many ways to give, and you see them right up there. Online, there's the Givelify. You can give on Facebook, and on our website, you'll see links to PayPal and Givelify. And we're also in a pledge drive, as it were. There are pledge forms up there if you want to commit to a pledge, and we invite you to do so. Now that we know how, why don't we bless our offerings and our tithes today? Can you bring that up, Jim? Oh, the song will come next. We're still working on the flow, folks. As the choir comes up, divine love through me blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, all that I share, and all that I receive. Thank you. And now if the ushers could come forward, please. We want to take just a moment to say thank you. Thank you for the offerings, and thank you for the blessings. Thank you for all the sacred love and all that we share, and for your presence here. You are Unity of Santa Barbara, and you bless each and every one of us with your presence. Thank you. And for a few quick announcements, we'll keep it brief. We're right on time. Yeah, Jim? No, we're not going to do that this time. Remember, we changed the flow. We're conscious of the time. But if you want to know what's going on, the e-news comes out every week. And Susie and I have been talking about this, and it's been suggested we're going to release it earlier so you get a little bit more, so you'll see it on Wednesday and on Friday. So you can catch up and sign up and participate as you are guided. Now, Wings Bookstore is always, there's something new always coming. Susie and I talk about the items that we get from various publishers, from Unity Worldwide, and you'll always find something new in there. And you can follow up on what you learned today from TJ. He's got books in there. And I bet, and he's also got some out back. So if you want to follow up with TJ and learn more from his beautiful teachings, he's right back there. He'll sign the book for you. He'll sign one for your friends. You can give it away as a gift. And let's see, where are we at here? Oh, today we're going to have a wonderful buffet. Guidance Moon has blessed us. Mama's Soul Food is going to be served for lunch. So I invite you to take part in that. They're setting up right now. They're ready for you. And if you see Guidance, say thank you. And we love you. Now, Jim Cutzinger is going to be out doing some music, and this is Celebration Sunday. Who has a birthday this month? Stand up. Please stand up. Okay. Noreen, can we do a little round of happy birthday? Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Now there's a really wonderful workshop coming up. Brent Key is going to be teaching us about moving energy. And then mark your calendars, because Rev Heidi's coming back. She's going to be here on August 10th, and she'll have, after her lesson, she's going to do it's called Make Space for Grace. And we're going to do movement and meditation. And I was participated in the last event, and it was really, really special. It was beyond. Now, there's something we don't talk about a lot, and I wanted to acknowledge the Transition House team. Now, those of you that are involved in Transition House, will you please stand? Now, these wonderful souls, they are, and if you want to find out more, if you want to volunteer, David Heisterkamp will be happy to share with you, and so will Dr. Jim and Peggy. I mean, it is a wonderful, wonderful community outreach event that we have been participating in for how long, Jim? Any idea?
30 years. Decades.
Decades. A long time. So, and I think, other than the celebration Sunday that we just did, it's time to stand and sing our peace song. Peace begins right here and right now. If you'll join me with a prayer of protection. The light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. The presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well.